Hello and welcome to this baby loss relaxation and mindfulness series. My name is Lucy and I am here to share with you some ideas and concepts around relaxation and mindfulness and how we can apply these ideas and concepts following baby loss. So, for anyone watching this who doesn't know who I am a psychiatric nurse, I am a mindfulness for loss teacher, and I'm also a bereaved mother. I lost my daughter Ellie in 2017. And it's since this time that I have been working hard to develop resources, support around relaxation and mindfulness to share with the baby loss community because it's been really helpful for me and my journey and still continues to be helpful. And, sometimes this kind of thing isn't something that people necessarily look to first. And I'm a really big advocate for applying, the mindfulness ideas and concepts and also practicing relaxation exercises, or whether that be breath work or anything else that you find relaxing. But I'm a really big advocate for it because when we experience loss, our bodies experience a real acute stress response, a stress reaction. And when that happens, it leads to a whole kind of myriad of symptoms and sensations in the body, and things can start to happen. So, for example, you might find that you are experiencing panic attacks, or you might find that you're experiencing trouble sleeping because your mind's racing at bedtime, or you might find that you're having trouble with your digestion. You might be bloated, or you might have bellyache, or you might just generally feel quite unwell. Maybe headaches, pain in the body, tension in the shoulders, in the jaw. Just not very nice, basically. So when we've experienced loss in the way that we have as bereaved parents, it's it doesn't make sense, does it, to actually be experiencing all this secondary stuff on top of everything that's already happened. How how does it make sense to kind of, alongside this heart-wrenching loss, to experience physical effects and effects on our sleep, or effects on our mind when we feel like completely overwhelmed. And um so there's ways in which we can help to alleviate some of that secondary suffering, and I'll talk about this idea of primary and secondary suffering in another one of our videos. But it's it's interesting when you start to unpick all this, because you start to realize that, yeah, okay, you can't take away loss and you can't take away the pain. But what you can do is you can work to try and reduce some of that secondary stuff that surrounds the loss. The headaches, the fatigue, the trouble sleeping, the tension, pain, feeling run down, all of this stuff. You can help to reduce that. And you can do that by applying relaxation techniques and, applying mindfulness and its principles. So I'm really here to share with you what helps me and what helps the people that I've worked with, and I want to do that in a way that's simple and understandable. Um, so I'm hoping this video series is one that's kind of, right for you. And it might not be right for you, it might not be the right approach. But if it is, then you're here and hello. So this week's theme then is all around relaxation. And as I mentioned, with this acute stress response that happens in the body, applying relaxation techniques is a really, really good idea when you are experiencing grief, because it will help the body to relax, because it will help to move the body from that heightened sympathetic state into what we call our parasympathetic state. So this is all your kind of relaxed state of mind and body. So there's many ways into relaxation. Relaxation isn't one size fits all, but some of the more traditional things are kind of what I want to talk about. But likewise, you might actually already find that you find other things relaxing. So, for example, I have worked with people before who find walking the dog relaxing, or they might find painting or baking, drawing, listening to music, just other things, not necessarily meditation or relaxation activities such as yoga or Tai Chi or mindful movement. So, but obviously, because the latter is more my area, I do advocate things such as relaxation exercises, breath work or engaging in yoga, especially hatha yoga, which is nice and slow, or mindful movement, which again is a really lovely, lovely way in which to kind of connect with your body in that present moment awareness, or even Tai Chi. So I would definitely recommend that you look into these kind of softer approaches, these softer activities, um, to try and help to stimulate that relaxation response in the body. And if that's something that you wanted to look into, there's lots of different routes and resources around. Now, it's difficult when you have experienced baby loss, because what you'll generally find is that sometimes some of the resources, the recorded stuff, or even the in-person live classes, whether that's online or face to face, they're not really kind of friendly in the sense of language that they might use. So, for example, postnatal yoga, if you've actually delivered your baby, if you've gone through the pregnancy, um, is not always friendly, because it will talk about the fact that you've got your baby there and your baby's live, and that's not the case, is it, unfortunately? And so yeah, so there are resources out there. There's a wonderful resource called Lola, which is a yoga resource where you can access recorded videos. And of course, I will be providing to you some baby loss specific relaxation and audio meditation recordings for you to access. So you've of course got access to those, which will be sensitive in the language that I choose to use. And you might just want to kind of give, if you are going to be attending some in-person classes, you might want to give the instructor a heads up, just to let them know that you are going to be attending. This experience has happened to you, and can they be mindful of that, and maybe adapt if they need to. um so some of the things to be considering then to try and promote relaxation, there's loads of ways into relaxation. You can bring relaxation into your day in so many different ways, and it doesn't have to be listening to an audio recording. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is, when I'm driving, I'll pop some relaxing music on in my car, and I will pop some lavender essential oil, and I'll rub that on my um, blower things in the car. I'm not very car technical minded. And obviously, when I'm put my heaters on or aircon on, when it blows, I can smell lavender and I've got the music on. Now, that for me will help me just to remember to maybe breathe a little deeper, to notice what I can see, to engage through my senses. And this idea of engaging through our senses is so effective, especially if you are feeling overwhelmed, engaging through your senses. So, noticing what you can see, noticing what you can taste, smell, hear, feel. Really engaging in all of your senses, because that's going to help to ground you in that present moment. And for a lot of us, when we have experienced baby loss, it's very common for our minds to run off with themselves. So, yeah, so engaging through your senses as much as you can, bringing in a lot of sensory experience. So, whether that's a lovely, fluffy, cuddly blanket, or, favorite smells, favorite music, and just surround yourself in all of those things. You might even want to, go away and buy some scented candles or some incense sticks if smells are really your thing. Or it might even be that it's just the smell of your favorite holiday. Some coconut spray helps to sometimes take people off to a past holiday that they've had. So, yeah, so engaging through your senses in terms of relaxation. Obviously, as well, watching things that help you to relax. So sometimes people just like watching, there's lots of videos on YouTube around landscapes that you can watch with music in the background that can help just to take you away a little bit from your experience. And also, journaling as well can be really helpful in helping you just to offload, and just to kind of feel like you're ventilating those thoughts and those feelings, and you're getting that off and putting it down on paper. So there's many different ways into relaxation. All I will say is try and engage in as much as you can I would definitely say look to try and pick a smell if you can, because smells are one way of what we call anchoring. So anchoring is a technique which is advocated all through the relaxation world, and it involves utilizing a certain smell while you are engaging in relaxation activities. So for me, it might be that I pop lavender in a diffuser that pumps lavender into the air while I'm doing a meditation or while I'm doing a relaxation. So that means that every time that I smell lavender, if I do that enough, my body will start to associate and my mind will start to associate that smell with feeling relaxed. So that relaxation will just get triggered when I smell lavender. And it does, it works. So if I'm ever out and about and I feel overwhelmed, maybe I've seen somebody with a little girl, a baby, and that's triggered me. I might have some lavender in my pocket or my handbag, just some in a essential oil or a spray or a roll on, or pop a little bit on my collar there. So then that will just help me to engage with my breath and remind me to engage in my senses, just to help me settle down that heightened state that may have triggered. And this is also really useful at bedtime as well. If you have a smell going in the room, I very often have lavender on in my bedroom at night time. So maybe you want to go away and have a think about a smell that you might want to use, or you might want to pop that smell on while you're listening to the audio recording that I've provided for you. It's completely up to you. Do let me know in the comments if you have any other ways in which you like to relax, or any tips that you might want to share with our community. That would be really lovely and great to hear your thoughts and your comments around that. And I really hope this video has maybe sparked some ideas. It might not be right for you right now, but you might want to start thinking about how to introduce relaxation into your world, maybe in the near future, possibly. So until next time, you take care. I will see you again for our next video, and we'll be providing to you another audio recording, and I hope that they help. So I'll see you later, everyone. Bye.